Welcome to the Childcare Director's Chair, the podcast for bold educators who are ready to lead, grow, and shake things up in early childhood education. Whether you're a teacher eyeing that lead role, a lead stepping into leadership, or a center owner dreaming big, this is your space to grow with purpose and leave your mark. Hosted by heart-centered leadership coach Erica Saccoccio, each episode brings you real talk, actionable tools, and a contagious laugh or two, all designed to help you step into your next level with confidence. So pour your coffee, pop in those earbuds, and take your seat, because your leadership journey starts right now in the Childcare Director's Chair.
Here we are, guys, episode 24 of our 24 podcast and 24 hours marathon for International Podcast Day. Can you believe it? What a ride it's been. You know, if there's one podcaster who is crazy enough to take on this challenge, it's me. And if there is one group of amazing, loyal listeners who I knew would tune in, it's you. And if you've tuned in even to just a handful of these episodes, you've invested in yourself, in your leadership, and in your future. And right there is what makes you different from so many other leaders who are content to just stay where they are. You're here because you're hungry for growth, for impact, and influence. And now comes the big question. After 24 episodes of learning and reflecting, where do you go from here? Because leadership doesn't stop with this podcast. It's about what you do next. So, leadership is a journey, it's not a destination. And we've covered vision, values, feedback, boundaries, legacy. And here's the truth, leadership isn't something you're going to master and then check off the list. It's a path that you walk day by day, choice by choice. Challenges will keep coming, I promise you. Staff turnover is going to happen. Parents are always going to have concerns. There will always be new policies and regulations and unexpected crises like the toilet overflowing for the 100th time this year. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you're alive and you're growing. Remember this, 74% of podcast listeners say that they tune in to learn something new. And that's what you just did. You chose growth. And every time you show up to learn, to reflect, and apply, you're leveling up as a leader. So your next level might look different than you think. And that's the beautiful part about leadership, is that next level is different for everyone. For one leader, it might mean finally stepping into advocacy and speaking up for your staff and families at the city hall. For another, it might be mentoring a new teacher and showing them that they have what it takes to lead. For someone else, it might be building more balance into their life so they can show up with strength instead of exhaustion. You know, your next level doesn't have to look like mine, and it doesn't have to look like anyone else's. But it does have to move you closer to the kind of leader and the kind of human you're called to be. I want you to remember this. Your impact isn't defined by your title. I don't care if you're a director, an owner, assistant director, a lead teacher, a van driver, a TA, the office secretary. It doesn't matter. Sure, titles are nice, but they're not the whole story. Influence is. A teacher who models patience under pressure, that's leadership. An assistant director who turns tension into teamwork, that's leadership. A director who goes to bat for their staff, that's leadership. You don't have to wait for someone to hand you a promotion to step into your next level. Your influence begins right now, exactly where you are. You know, and there's such a ripple effect that can happen. When you step up, it changes everyone around you. Staff begin to believe more in themselves because you believed in them. Parents gain trust and confidence because you listened with empathy instead of brushing them off. And children, remember the children? Children thrive because the culture that you created gave them a safe, loving place to grow. You know, your next level is never just about you. It's about creating ripples that touch lives you may never, ever see. And that's the true power of leadership. Now, my own next level, well, I believe in practicing what I preach. So let me share my next level with you. My foot is firmly on the gas pedal, and I am not leaving this world with anything left in the gas tank. My next level looks like traveling across the country to hold workshops and keynotes. It looks like hosting my own conferences and leadership days. And it looks like coaching other leaders, collaborating with some of the best podcasters and speakers out there. And yes, even writing a book or two. Why? Because a life well lived is a life spent serving others. So that's my destiny, and that is the legacy I want to leave. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to be part of your journey. Whether it's through one episode that you tuned into, one interview, one workshop, or years of connection to come. So now I turn the question back to you. What's your next level? Maybe it's stepping up into your own center. Maybe it's stepping up into your community. Or maybe it's stepping deeper into who you were meant to be. But whatever it is, don't let this moment pass you. Choose it. Step up into it and live it. Now, lastly, as we start to wrap up, I want to say thank you again to our sponsors at Jackrabbit Care. You know, I love that they believe in childcare leaders like you, and they make it easier for you to focus on people by simplifying the systems that weigh you down. They know our daily struggles. And Kathy is a childcare owner herself, and she's on their team. So she gets it, and she talks to them. She's like, guys, like, this is what we really need. And, finally, thank you for all of you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for learning and growing with me. Don't stop now. Keep listening to the Child Care Director's Chair for daily inspiration and practical strategies. Share this podcast with a colleague, a mentor, a friend in the field, because we rise higher together. And it's as simple as that. If you want to keep the momentum going, come see me at PodFest. I'll be speaking and connecting with leaders just like you. And if you haven't already, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps more childcare leaders discover our community and helps them grow along the side of us. And remember, your next level isn't someday in the future. It's today. It's right now. The choices you make, the people you pour into, the legacy you're building right now. So step boldly, lead well, and never stop writing the story of a life well lived.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Child Care Director's Chair, where we believe leaders aren't born, they're grown. If something sparked for you today, share it, shout it out, or pass it along to the next bold changemaker in childcare. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected with Erica Saccoccio for more real talk leadership tools and a whole lot of inspiration. Until next time, lead with heart, grow with fire, and always remember, the chair is yours. Now own it.